Hello everyone, I am Sajad and you are watching Pharma Inform. Today topic is drying. As you know, we are recording the lecture series on wet granulation. So today video is about the drying process. In this video we will learn how we dry our wet mess, which type of equipments are used for drying, what are the factors which affect our drying process. So stay with me and watch the complete video. So our topic is drawing. For a recall, who have joined our channel for the first time, the first step of wet granulation was weighing, second was sieving, third was pre-mixing, fourth was kneading, fifth was wet sieving, and now it's drying. The link of previous videos is given in the description. You can check previous videos from the description. So drying, as the name indicates, in this step we dry our product. As you know, in kneading step we add solvent or binder solution into our powder premix to convert fine powders into granules. Mean we add moisture or water to the powders. So the next step is to remove that moisture or that water or organic solvent to get the dried granules. So the removal of solvent or moisture content is carried out in the drying process. For drying, basically two types of equipments are used in pharmaceutical industries. One is FBD, fluidized bed dryer, and second one is tray dryer. You can use any type of dryer, either tray dryer or fluidized bed dryer. FBD or fluidized bed dryer are advanced and more efficient. Drying time is less. In tray dryers we require more time to dry our product, mean it's take long time. When we talk about fluidized bed dryer, basically there are two types of fluidized bed dryers: vertical fluidized bed dryers and horizontal fluidized bed dryer. Normally we are using in our pharmaceutical industries as vertical fluidized bed dryers. Tray dryers are also of two types. One are plain bottom trays tray dryers, and other tray dryers have perforated trays, so known as perforated trays tray dryer. Commonly plain bottom tray dryers are used. So by using either equipment we can continue our drying process. Suppose in our video we will discuss first by using the fluidized bed dryer. As you know, fluidized bed dryer have a product trolley. Basically it is FBD, product trolley or material trolley. Mean this is the chamber or bowl of the FBD in which we add our wet granules after wet sieving for drying purpose. This chamber have wet mass or wet sieved granules. The bottom of this trolley is perforated. It is fitted with a perforated sieve. Basically we will discuss the mechanism or working or principle of FBD in our next videos or in our another video. Here is a basic overview. We have a inlet pipe which supply hot air to the bowl of the FBD. Hot air moves upward through the perforations of the product trolley. Heat in the hot air, or basically hot air, when comes in contact with wet granules, it take moisture from the wet mass and dry the wet mass. And on the upper side, sorry, it was product trolley, it is fitted in the chamber of FBD. Basically it is the long vessel, and on the upper part of vessel we have filters. Basically we have two types of filters, either we have finger cloth or bag filters, or in advanced fluidized bed dryers we have stainless steel or SS filters. The function of either filter is to prevent the product loss, because when air comes with pressure, it results in fluidization of our product. It gives its heat to the wet mass, and then this air comes out from the upper portion of the dryer. So here we have filters. The function of filter is to prevent the product loss, because if we have not installed these filter in this chamber, our product will also be go out along with the air. It was a basic overview of fluidized bed dryer working. Hot air comes from outside. Basically it is a processed hot air. We will discuss later on how hot air of FBD is processed. This hot air come into the product trolley through perforations, dry our product, and go out through the exhaust duct. It is a basically closed. It is a closed structure. We, after putting our product into the product trolley, seal our product trolley under the SS vessel of fluidized bed dryer, so our complete system become locked. After locking the product trolley into the FBD SS vessel, we start our drying process. Now we will discuss how basically this drying procedure results in fluidization, or why it is known as fluidized bed dryer. There are different factors or different components of the FBD. One, as we discussed, inlet for the hot air, other is outlet hot air, product trolley, SS vessel tube of the FBD, and one we have fan or blower which is installed to deliver the hot air. We have filters. We also have a shaking system for the cloth filter, or blowback system for the SS filters to prevent choking or blocking of the filters. In some advanced type of FBDs, we have installed a stirrer like structure in the bowl of FBD or in the product trolley, which when rotates basically mix our product so that our heat can uniformly reach to every lumps or particle. One main thing is about fluidization. So when we supply hot air, basically it is supplied with high pressure which is controlled by the fan. So when this air come inside, it results in fluidization of or lifting of our product in the whole chamber. mean when we apply hot air our products bounce inside the fluidized bed dryer. So because of this fluidization it is known as fluidized bed dryer. Basic principle of drying in fluidization or fluidized bed dryer is that the air carrying capacity of particles is kept high, mean the velocity at which our particles are lifted by air is high as compared to the velocity at which our particles settle down, mean our particles or granules inside the chamber remain in fluidization due to high lifting air velocity and low settling air velocity. For a better concept, suppose these are the granules inside the product trolley. This is perforated bottom. So when air comes through this bottom, it come in contact with the wet granules, take moisture from these granules, dry these granules, and then here we have filters. After passing through the filters air goes outside and this process goes on repetition until our product is completely dried. So hope you have a clear concept of fluidization or fluidized bed dryer or regarding the drying process. In this way we dry our granules by using fluidized bed dryer. The factors which may affect our fluidized bed dryer drying are temperature of inlet air, temperature of outlet air, fan motor speed. If inlet temperature is not very high, we may not be able to properly dry our products. If fan motor speed is very low, proper fluidization will not be occur. So all these parameters are controlled in a uniform manner. When we are using tray dryers, basically same drying mechanism is used, but equipment uses tray dryers. Tray dryers are like a hot oven in which different trays are basically stocked over each other and hot air flow over all the trays and product in the trays is dried. After removal of solvent or moisture from the wet granules, we are able to proceed next step of wet granulation. But how we know that our product is dried? For this we check LOD or loss on drying. LOD or loss on drying for our product. For taking sample, a pot is attached with the product trolley of FBD. After specified time intervals, we draw sample from the product trolley through the sample pot and send this sample to the in process lab for checking of loss on drying values. Loss on drying values basically differ for various products and it depends on our validation protocols or on our validation. So we follow BMRs for the optimum range of loss on drying. For most of the products 1 to 3% moisture is usually retained in our granules. So when our LOD is according to the BMR, we remove product from the drying chamber or product trolley of the FBD into the containers and check the yield of our product. One main thing is during whole drying process is that we should ensure that our filters are intact. There should be no damage to the filters, because if we have any damage in filters, this may result in our product loss. So in advanced type of dryers, instrument is attached which is known as SFM, solid flow meter. Basically it is installed in the return duct, and if we have any rupturing of filter bags when product loss occur, this instrument sense the product loss and immediately shut down the dryer, so our product is safe. I hope the drying step of wet granulation is clear to you. For a basic overview, after wet sieving, we transfer our wet mass or wet granules to the dryers, either in FBD or in the tray dryers. We apply hot air which remove moisture from our product, and after a optimum time period we check LOD of our product, and when LOD of our product is according to the BMR, we remove the product from the dryer and check the yield of our product, and this product is now ready for the next step. In the next video we will discuss the dry sieving step. So up till now it is completed. If you like the video, subscribe our channel, share the video to others, and Allah Hafiz.